Yeehaw! Here comes the rain. Love it, love it. These are the days you remember on race day. When things aren't always perfect, but you're out just trying to get it done. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey everybody, and welcome to Run Tall. I'm Tim. Thanks for being here. I always appreciate the time that you and I get to spend together, so thanks for tuning in. On today's video, I'm recapping week number 13. Now, this was the start of our taper. So last week, we really kind of maxed out in terms of our mileage as well as intensity. And we've gone from running 5 days a week now to just 4 days a week. So that was really probably the most noticeable aspect this week was cutting out one of those runs, and it was an easy run that they've eliminated. So I'll still be doing speed work 50% of the time. So I'll be doing speed work 2 days a week and then doing an easy run and then the long run. And that was the other piece that was also notable to me in terms of the start of the taper. So it's a gentle taper. Was that the long run went from being 3 hours to 2.5 hours. And the long run was also probably the hardest for me this week, again for the third week in a row, but for completely different reasons. You know, for the last 2 weeks, the first week that was the heat that was really getting to me, which made it really difficult to get to that marathon pace for the last, few minutes of that long run that I was supposed to be doing. And then last week for the long run, I also wasn't able to really achieve the marathon pace or goal that I was hoping to achieve. But that was because I was exhausted from things that I had done throughout the week. But this week, I was well rested, lots of nutrition, all that kind of good stuff. I was good to go. And I was able to get to my marathon goal pace for the last hour of that workout. But what made it difficult was that about halfway through, I got a blister that started to form, and it just got more and more painful as it went along. And I was running in the AlphaFly Next Percent 2s, and I have 150 miles in those now, so I was really surprised that I had any kind of issues at all that came up. But I think some of that had to do with it being rainy. So the entire time that I ran, that long run was all being done in the rain. It started out with just a light sprinkle, and then as I watched the radar, I went to my phone before I went out the door to see if it was going to let up, and it looked like I was going to get a break, that I was going to go out maybe for the first 10-15 minutes, maybe something like that, and have a little bit of a sprinkle. But nope, that is not what happened at all. And after about the first 10 or 15 minutes, rather than the sprinkles going away and opening up and having blue skies, instead it just started downpouring on me. So, and what are you gonna do? What made me happiest the most was that last hour, because I really struggled the last couple of weeks trying to get to a 7:49 minute mile pace and hold it. And I was able to do that for the last hour this time around. And I got a little bit of a kick, a little bit of boost in my mental state, because right when I was getting ready to enter into that last hour, I came across what I believe to be was the Michigan State University cross-country team, who was also out for a Saturday long run as well, and they just kind of passed me by. But just that little bit of seeing other runners out there getting it done gave me that little extra boost that I think I needed right at that point. And then also today, what a great day to be doing a recap of this marathon training program, because I happened to catch the Berlin Marathon recap and see Iliad just bust another world record. I think it was his own world record that he beat again. So what an amazing athlete. And and while I'm at it, I'm going to give a shout out to Tony James. Tony is he's a YouTube or ShoeTube friend of mine. He's had me on his channel as a guest, and he has documented his marathon journey experience leading up to Berlin. And he's done this in the past, as I have. With other marathons too. So I won't spoil it for you. If you want to check out his channel, I think it's worth your while. I enjoy watching his videos. He always does a good job. So now for me, for this week, it started Sunday was a rest day. And then Monday I ran some intervals. And then Tuesday was cross training. Wednesday I ran threshold Thursday was a rest day. Friday was an easy run. And then, of course, we just talked about the long run on Saturday. I ran in 3 different shoes this week. I started out doing some speed work in the Vaporfly Next Percent 2. I hadn't been in those shoes in a while, and I'm really kind of still trying to decide what I want to do for Detroit. Although after getting a blister in the Alphafly Next Percent 2, I'm really starting to lean back towards using the Vaporflies because I haven't had any major issues like that in those shoes. But I also then ran in the Alphafly 2s, as I mentioned, and then the easy run that I did on Friday, I ran in the Hoka Bondi X. It's a shoe I hadn't been in a while, but I had a question about that shoe on the channel, and before I answered it, I wanted to put a few more miles in it just to remind myself what it was like to run in them. And then speaking of that, I do want to say thank you to everybody that commented on last week's video. I always appreciate it. I love keeping the conversation going. And GT had asked a question, and this has happened to me before as well, and it is, it's a kind of a bummer, to be honest. But Garmin will tell you or give you an indication as to where you're at in terms of your workout, whether it's unproductive, whether you're maintaining, or if it's a productive workout. And it's always a little deflating when you go out and you're really busting and you're thinking you're doing, you're going to see productive or, productive VO2 max or something like that as an indication of what you just accomplished, to have it come back and say that it was an unproductive workout. So I try not to read too much into it. Yes, it's happened to me. You're not alone. In fact, even this week on Monday when I ran those intervals, I was really impressed with it. I was happy. I was impressed with myself. I ran hard. I felt like during some of those times running those intervals that my lungs were even burning because I was really pushing hard, trying to get it done and do the best job that I could. And then at the end of the day, Garmin says maintaining. That's always a little bit deflating. But then after the long run on Saturday, that one did indicate, that it was a productive workout. So I guess Garmin giveth and Garmin taketh away. I try not to read too much into it, or at least I try not to pay attention when it says unproductive and focus on the days that it says productive. All right, so I'm going to kick it back to myself on the days that I completed the workout, show you a little bit of the run footage, and explain the workouts in a little bit more detail. All right, let's get to it. Hey, happy Monday, everybody. It is the first day of week number 13, and I'm going to be doing some speed work today. So I'm going to start out, I'm going to warm up for 15 minutes, and then I'm going to run at a 10K pace for 1 kilometer. I'll have 90 seconds to recover. I'm going to repeat that 3 times. And then I'm going to have 3 minutes to recover from that first set. And I'm going to repeat the whole thing all over again. So in total, I'll be running 6 kilometers at my 10K pace. And then I'll finish the whole thing with 10 minutes to cool down. I expect it to take roughly an hour, and it's a gorgeous day, start to my morning. So I'm going to go get it done.
Oh, damn, I've been feeling something for you lately. And I am trying so hard to just stay cool. Saying we're just friends, but thinking you're my man.
So I just got back from doing those intervals, and today I was running in the Vaporfly 2. It's been a little while since I've been running in those. And excuse me, I can't wipe the sweat out of my eyes here. So anyway, these are feeling a little bit flat, honestly, but it's, they've got a lot of miles on these, so that's, I guess, to be expected. But relative to the Alphafly and the Alphafly 2, which have similar amounts of miles on them, I have over 100 miles on each of those shoes as well. These definitely feel like they've gone, like I said, a little bit flat. So overall, I think if you're looking between the 3 shoes, the Alphafly versions, either 1 or 2, seem to be holding up a little better in terms of the integrity of the plate and the foam. I haven't really noticed any difference in running in those. They still have a lot of energy return, a lot of pop off the toe. where again, these kind of felt a little bit slower, a little bit less pop than what I was used to. I do have a brand new pair that might be in the running for the Detroit Marathon, but we'll see. They're an awfully fast shoe, and for me, they're the most comfortable of those three options in terms of the upper. The big question is, the ride in the midsole and trying to maintain a steady pace for, 26.2 miles. So hey everybody, happy Wednesday. So today I've got some speed work to do. We're well into week 13. I've got 25 minutes to warm up. I'm gonna run at threshold pace for 20 minutes. I'm gonna run another 25 easy, and then 10 minutes to cool down. So it'll be over an hour for the workout today. Absolutely gorgeous out here. It's 67 degrees. It's a little bit humid, but not too bad. I'm gonna go get it done.
And baby, if you knew, hey, I say I'm doing all right. I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing all right. I'm fine, but I'm scattered. We're just friends. Oh no, I don't wanna be the
So happy Friday, everybody. Today I've got an easy run scheduled, so I'm gonna go out for 30 minutes with 10 minutes to cool down. As you can see, I'm dressed a bit warmer today than I usually am, and that's because it's a bit colder now. Just what a difference a week makes. Last week at this time it was about 86 degrees, somewhere around there. Today it's 37 degrees, so pretty big swing in temperature for us here in Michigan. But I'm gonna stay warm for my run today. I've got on a longer shirt and some long pants, so I'm gonna go out and just get it done.
with answers, because I sure don't wanna know which girl you choose. And no, the thought of her being a private dancer, it's just a little too much for me to chew. But I'm like, I say that I'm alright, but cry on the inside. I wish you were my man. Hey, I say I'm doing alright.
Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning, which means it's my long run. So the format for today is I'm gonna run for 2.5 hours, plus 10 minutes to cool down afterwards. The first hour and a half is gonna be at an easy pace. For the last hour, I'm gonna try to get up to my marathon pace. I've struggled with that a little bit so far this training block, so maybe today will be the day. I still have about 45 minutes before sunrise, so I'm gonna stretch out and wait for that sun to come up, and then I'm gonna go out and get it done. So we're off to a little bit of a rainy start today, so should be a fun one. Hey, you can't predict the weather. Who knows what it'll be like on race day, so I guess this is good training all the way around. All right, onward and upward.
Just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing alright. I'm fine, but I'm scattered.
Hey, good job, guys.
Friends. Oh, yeah, I'm scattered. We're just friends. Just friends. So I stay awake, I don't wanna be dreaming, 'cause my heart aches when I wake up, it's deceiving. Why, oh why can't it be you and I? Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses.
Overall, I'm really happy with week number 13 and how it turned out. I felt like it was productive. I was really pleased I was able to get up to my marathon goal pace of that 7:49 for the last hour of that long run on Saturday. I was disappointed, however, that I ended up getting a blister from running in the Elfly Next Percent 2. I wasn't expecting that, especially having put in so many miles in those shoes already. I felt like I had worked out all of the bugs with the upper, because that's where the majority of my issues have been. But this was more midsole related. So hopefully it was just the wet, rainy conditions that day that caused a little extra friction, and it won't be something that's going to be ongoing. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. as always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Run Tall with Tim.